So we are making bright green brows for my Beetlejuice look. It is very simple. You can use this technique with literally any color you want for loose pigments, for eyeshadows, but get yourself a nice glitter glue. And this one is the NYX glitter glue. I'm gonna put some of it on the back of my hand. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and take an angled brush, a very thin angled brush, open up your pigment very carefully. See what's on the lid? That's what we're gonna use. So I'm going to go in and dip this into my glitter glue, and then I'm gonna lightly brush it naturally through very, very gently. And just do it how you're going to naturally shape your brows. So you know how you normally fill them in. It's exactly how we're gonna do it. Do both sides with the glitter glue. Don't worry, it'll stay tacky for a bit. Pull the tip nice and pointy. Tap it into your pigment and then just start tapping that pigment right on your brow. And don't be afraid to pack it. You can also use lash glue to do this technique. However, I find this easier to wash off at the end of the night. And just pack it on. As you can see, my brow hairs are very thin anyway. So like packing this on essentially just does the trick for me. See that difference? It works. And then you go on to the other side. The other side should still be tacky. And you just start repeating that. And just trace. Just work in small layers on the brush just because you don't want to get a ton of fallout from these loose pigments. You want it to actually stick to the glue. The more product you have, the more risk of fallout you have. And also please make sure that your base is set. Like make sure your base is set before you do this too, because if you do have fallout and your base is still tacky, you are going to get it stuck to your base and it's going to ruin it as you try to get it off. I really like going in slow motion with this as well because then it's easier for me to naturally shape my brows. To slowly build it up. Some people also use like brow wax or brow gels, which you could. I just prefer to use glitter glue because it has the most tack for me. And it kind of acts as a brow wax anyway, because as you press the pigment down onto your brow hairs, it sets your brows in place as well. Isn't that so cool? I freaking love doing this. Like I mentioned, you can literally do this with any color pigment or eyeshadow you want to create whatever color brow you want. It's pretty cool. And these pigments I got on Amazon. Matter of fact, they are UV activated, I found out when I did the photo shoot. So yeah. So yeah, you can get these loose pigments on Amazon. It came with a pack of like purple, pink, orange, green, and I think there was one other color, blue. So if you want to get funky with brow colors, that's your way to do so. Or take some old eyeshadow palettes you're not using and just use the eyeshadow to do it. I just think that's so cool. And that is green brows. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, following along, liking, and supporting my content. It is such an easy last minute costume idea if you want something that's more unique and that you can really catch eyes at a party. And I'll work on more Teaching Tuesdays. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.